guys, I hope that you guys are doing amazing wherever you are in the world. My name is Shikha and I welcome you to my channel. I welcome to all my videos. I really appreciate all the love that you guys have been sending my way and the fact that you guys have been learning a lot from my videos and being able to self-actualize yourself a little bit better because of it, which really is the whole purpose of this whole thing. The only reason I started doing these videos. In today's video, I want to speak to you guys about, I think, what people call narcissists, but I don't know if that's really the right label for them because there seem to be a lot of narcissists on this planet right now, and I don't know if that's a narcissist thing or is a consumeristic thing or it's just normal culture nowadays to be obsessed with yourself or to believe that you're the center of the universe. So I'm not going to use that label necessarily, but I'm going to be speaking a little bit about those kind of people, the people who are for some reason attracted to us. For some reason, those are the kind of people who we get surrounded by as INFJs. Now, INFJs are empaths, and we do care about people, we love them, we want them to be the best version of themselves. If we really care about them, we want to take care of them in every shape, every way possible, right? Every possible way. So spiritual way, physical way, like mentally, emotionally, whatever it might be. We want to make sure that the person is safe and sound, feels secure, and feels good about themselves in this world. And narcissists have this thing, if you want to use that label, or that person has that thing where they have something missing inside of them that allows them to feel good about themselves. So they always search for outside means to make them feel good about themselves, right? They're not able to fulfill themselves from within themselves. So they always search for outside themselves. And I think this is the kind of behavior that is perpetuated in this world right now because we're always told if you go buy a bag, then you're going to feel a little bit better about yourself. Or if you go buy a new pair of shoes, then you're gonna feel good. If you go have a good meal with a friend, then you're gonna feel good. Always searching for outside of ourselves. We're never told, just sit down, be still, meditate, and look within yourself and try to find that love for yourself from within yourself. We're never told that. Who's gonna tell you that? There is a culture right now that more and more people are meditating. More and more people are trying to be still, to learn more about themselves, to figure out why they're so great just because they are alive, they're worthy because they're here, all that stuff. So it is becoming more prominent, but the majority of the culture is still based on the ESTJ culture, which is go search for outside of yourself for happiness because it's not within yourself, because it's too scary to look within, right? And so in this culture, what we're told to do is to go buy things in order to make us feel better. Go have experiences in order to make ourselves feel better. Go and ask other people to make us feel better about ourselves. So constantly asking the people, do you love me? Do you love me? Or do you like me? Or constantly being around people and, moaning to them or whining to them and wanting validation from them, asking them for the same thing over and over again. Do you think I'm good? Do you think I'm perfect? Do you think I'm beautiful? Do you think I'm handsome? Do you think I'm good the way I am? Do you think I need to change? What would you change about me if you could change something? Would you keep me exactly the same? Things like that. I mean, I feel like I've heard these words so many times. The reason narcissists obviously are attracted to INFJs is because we're kind of on the other end of the spectrum, right? We don't look for outside ourselves for happiness because we know that it's not there, and we know it's within ourselves, and we know we have to sit down with ourselves, figure out all of our shadows, and deal with it so that we can learn to love ourselves. We know all of this stuff, and so. Also, INFJs are empaths, which is something that a narcissist is always looking for. And also, we love people. Even if we might come across as we don't like people. I know I do a lot of videos where I'm like, I hate people. And if you met me, you'd think that I hated people. But I really, in general, I love people. I want them to be happy. I run away from them and I hate them because they do stupid things and they annoy me. But mostly, in the generality of schemes, I do love people, and INFJs in general love people. That's why we care so much about them. We care about people. We want them to be good. We see the pain in other people. We want them to feel better. And narcissistic people have a lot of pain inside of them. And that's why I think INFJs and narcissists are like two puzzle pieces, at least from the narcissistic person's perspective, not from our perspective, because they're just draining to us. I notice myself actually, if I'm not careful, if I don't pay attention, if I'm not careful with the kind of people that I let into my life, because I go into phases where I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be really careful with the people that I let into my life, and then I'm too careful and there's not enough people in my life or no one in my life, and I'm like, okay, all right, you're being a little too strict. Why don't you relax a little bit? Let more people into your life. And then I let more people into my life, and I notice as soon as I do that, there's an inordinate amount of narcissistic people in my life. People who are obsessed with themselves, people who are very needy. The neediness is the part that really kills me. I don't mind if you only care about yourself. I don't care if you are obsessed with your looks or yourself or you think you're awesome or you think you're great and all that stuff. I don't really care about all that stuff. It's the neediness part of narcissistic people that really kills me. The constant neediness, the constant pulling of energy, the constant wanting, the needing. Oh man, just the thought of it, just the speaking about it makes me feel really icky inside. It makes me feel like, oh my god, I want to run away from this person. Now, sometimes we are stuck in a relationship where we can't run away from the person. You know, they're narcissistic, but they're our partner. We realize too late. Or maybe we can't leave them, but maybe you don't want to leave your partner and they're a narcissist. Or your parent is a narcissist, you know, or your sibling, or your best friend. I mean, has happened. Your boss, you know. And so what are you going to do? You can't run away from that, right? What you can do is discourage behavior that drains you, you know. So when someone in my life is whining a lot, complaining a lot, moaning a lot, pulling a lot of energy from me, I will set boundaries, like clear boundaries. Because what happens is that this person, if they are given a little bit of leeway, they'll take a little bit more. Because people are always trying to push your boundaries and see, how far can I go with this person? Can I go this far? Can I go this far? Can I go this far? And so they always are pushing your boundaries, especially as INFJs, because we have a lot of energy and a lot to give. People are always going to push our boundaries to see, how far can I take her? It's like a game to them, right? And so they will do that for us. I mean, they will be always pushing us. And so you have to be careful, because if you don't set up boundaries where it's clear for you, no, you cannot call me in the middle of the night because you just broke up with your boyfriend for the 15th time. No, you cannot message me early in the morning and ask me to come for a run with you because you're by yourself or your running partner bailed on you. No, you cannot, you know, just message me all the time and ask me random questions. I don't have time for that. You know, even you guys, like, you're always messaging me, and I love it. But sometimes I get messages from people who are just pouring everything into me without wanting anything back. Like, they're just kind of pushing all this energy on me. And they're not wanting something specific back. They don't want solutions. They don't want me to fix it. I mean, they don't want me to give them advice. They just want to pour all of this negative energy into my life, right? And so at that point, I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't help you. Please don't message me again, right? Even though it takes a lot out of me to say that. It takes a lot out of an INFJ to say, sorry, stop messaging me, or stop being around me, or I'm sorry, you're a narcissist, you have to get out of my life. It takes a lot out of us. You know, it might come across as I'm very cold and unemotional, and INFJs seem like that. You know, people will look at me and like, do you not feel at all? Like, don't you feel bad about saying that to me? And I'm like, in my head, I think to myself, yes. But in my head, I also think to myself, yes, I feel bad, but I have to take care of myself over everyone else, because you're not going to do that for me. So what? Should I just die? Should I just burn out and die because you have needs that are not being fulfilled by yourself, so you're pulling from me? Should I just burn out? Should I just kill myself because of you? No, that's not going to happen, right? I mean, we have to take care of ourselves. As an INFJ, I've always told you guys, it's our responsibility to take care of our needs. No one else is going to do that for us. No one, right? But other people assume that because we're so strong, we're blah, 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 whatever it might be, that they can always be pulling energy from us. And then we'll keep on giving to them until we die. And we will eventually burn out. And if you keep on doing that, you will notice yourself cutting everyone out of your life. And you're just going to sit in a cave by yourself because you're going to be too tired. You don't want to get to that point. You want to give to the people who actually matter. I shouldn't say that. People who are actually going to use your energy. You know, you can give to the world, but some people are just going to take from you, especially narcissistic people, and they're not going to do anything with it. They're not going to use your advice. They're not going to use your energy for good. They're just going to suck energy over and over out of you, and that's it. It's just going to go into a black hole. Right? There's no purpose to it. There's no use to it. It's a waste of your energy to do that. Some people you're going to give your energy to, and they're going to transform it into beautiful things, right? They might transform it into healing for themselves. They might transform it into a beautiful relationship, or they might transform it into becoming a better parent, whatever it might be. But they're going to transform it into amazing stuff, right? Some people will do that. Some people will not, right? So you have to be the one who figures out, okay, who am I going to give my energy to? Obviously, narcissistic people are the ones that you should cut out first. And you're going to know that from how tired you feel after you hang out with them. And some people, I will hang out for a few seconds. Seriously, it's a few seconds. I'm just standing there and I say, hello, how are you? And boom, the dam breaks and all of this negative energy just poured on me. Oh, I'm not good. I'm having a bad day. This happened to me and that and all, la, la, la. And all I said to them was hello. I'm not even exaggerating. I wish I was. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my god. And in my head, I'm thinking to myself, why am I so stupid? Why did I even say hello? I know this person's like that. I should have just walked away. Walk away, walk away. And so as soon as possible, I'll cut off the conversation and walk away. But, you know, as an INFJ, I'm an idiot too. I'm like, oh, I know this person is a narcissist and it takes a lot of energy out of me, but you know, he's a human being. He needs it. Let me just give a little bit to him or her. And it's such a big mistake because there's no point, because they're gonna suck energy out of you, and it's not gonna do anything. It's not going to result in anything good. If you think you're gonna change their life, you're not, because they're gonna go on to the same pattern over and over again with someone else. If you don't give it to them, they're gonna go to someone else. Rather, you don't do it. You know, give it to someone else, a responsibility, because they're probably not as empathic as you, and they probably don't get as drained by it as you. You know, so don't burn yourself out. Give that responsibility to someone else. And I always do that. I'm like, if I can't deal with it, I'll just transfer that person over to someone else who I know can deal with it or doesn't care about it, and we'll just have a conversation with them, but won't feel it in their heart, won't feel themselves drained by it. So this is my strategy with them, you know, like kind of avoiding them. Obviously, avoidance is a big one. Setting boundaries, clear boundaries. As soon as they cross a boundary, boom, I'm out of there. And also transferring them over to someone else. I always do that. Actually, I do that a lot with people. I'll kind of see someone else walking past that I know. I'm like, hey, I wanted to introduce you, and I'll just leave them too, and then I'll just walk away. I know it's a terrible thing, yeah. I've done that a lot. It works out really well because I've made people meet where they wouldn't have met otherwise. So that's awesome. You know, like let them be friends because they'll be better friends to each other than I could be to them, right? And so that's the way I deal with it. I don't know what you guys think about all this. I would love to hear from you guys about this stuff. It's such a big topic, obviously, narcissism, and the world that we live in right now is, I think, becoming more of a narcissistic culture where we're taught to be narcissistic because we're taught that we are the center of the universe, you know, and we're not. You know, actually, we're a little pinprick in a huge universe that we're not even aware of, right? We only see part of it, and most of it is invisible. And so the more awakened people become to that idea of, you know, you're nothing. Not that you're nothing, but you're just a tiny being here for a few seconds in the eternity of this world, right? And so why would you matter more than anyone else? You don't. But no one else matters more than you either. No one matters more than anyone else. Everyone is just a pinprick or a tiny, tiny, tiny being here for a few seconds. So why would anyone matter more than anyone else? Even celebrities, they're here for a pinprick as well. They're here for a second and they're gone. And then a few thousand years from now, who's going to remember any of this? Nothing. No one's going to remember it. You know, even if you put it down into a hard drive and leave it for the rest of our life, no one's going to remember it. In a few 100 years even, all of this might be over. You know, we all might be dead and no one's going to remember what happened on August 14, 2017, you know, whatever the date might be. No one's going to remember any of it because people, we're just nothing, yeah? Which is the great thing about it, because we can do anything. We can put our minds to anything because it doesn't really matter anyways. Tomorrow is a new day. And another tomorrow is a new day. And every moment is a new moment, right? So again, tell me what you guys think about it. I know I could speak about this topic forever and ever and ever. It's really important. But tell me, and if you guys have any questions at all about what I've spoken about in this video or any other video, let me know, either in the comments below or you can message me directly by emailing me. All my contact information is in the description below, okay? Alright. Again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being on my channel. I shall see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.